In today's session, we're going to be exploring informational texts. Specifically, we're going to focus on how different structures and visuals help the reader understand the key concepts. We will be learning how diagrams, photos, and charts complement the written information and make it easier to remember and interpret content. For our warm-up, how do you think the picture makes it easier to understand a text? Have you ever seen a picture or a chart that helped you understand a story or article? Now, what do you think an informational text is? If you're not sure, take a look at the picture and tell me what you think an informational text is. So an informational text is a non-fiction text. That means it's all true information that provides facts, explanations, and ideas on a specific topic. Some examples of an informational text would be a textbook, a news article, an encyclopedia, a biography, an instruction manual, or a cookbook. Can you think of any other types of texts that could be considered informational? Informational texts, books, or articles. The main thing is that they all have facts. They use special plans to organize ideas, and when you know the plan, you can understand the information easily. Time order. That's the chronological order. That's when the writer tells us what happens in the order it happens. In your head, picture a timeline or step-by-step instructions. An example would be a story of a person's life, or something like what you did today, starting from when you woke up to now. Or it could be a smaller period of time. I woke up, I had breakfast, I went to school. Those three events are in chronological order. Compare and contrast. This is when the writer is showing how two things are alike, meaning how they're the same, and how they're different. In your head, imagine a T-chart or a Venn diagram. For example, showing the similarities and differences between two animals, like dogs and cats, tigers and lions, or anything. It could be two different types of drinks, foods, anything like that. Cause and effect. That's when the writer explains why something happened, the cause, and what happened after, the effect. For this one, think how one event makes another happen. For instance, I put my food in the microwave and turned it on. When it beeped, my food was warm. Cause, I cooked my food in the microwave. Effect, my food was hot. Or, it rained all day, which would be the cause, and what happened next, the effect, would be that the river flooded. Problem and solution. The plan here, the writer describes a problem, a challenge, or a difficulty, and then explains how to fix it. That would be the solution. Picture a question followed by an answer. For example, the ocean has too much plastic, which is the problem. New machines can clean the water. That's the solution. So let's explore how visuals help readers understand information. Visuals include charts, graphs, diagrams, pictures, illustrations, and captions. Pictures show the main idea. Visuals, which can be pictures, charts, and graphs give you clues about the most important topic. For example, a bar graph showing how many people moved to the city helps explain a text about why cities are growing. Diagrams can make hard ideas simple because they can take a difficult concept, like in a difficult idea, and they can break it down into small, easy pieces. Captions, they tell you what's important. That's the little bit of text that is sometimes underneath a picture. And labels, which can tell you what exactly you need to look at. They explain details that are not clear just by looking at the image. For example, if you look at the picture that says chart, it has a label that says math and science on it, or the graph, which has a label of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The picture underneath it says volcano project. That's also a caption. It tells us what the picture is of. Visuals and text structures can work together. The way the text is organized, like cause and effect, and the picture work together. The visual is like a map that helps you follow the writer's plan from start to finish. Take a look at this picture. How does this diagram help you understand the process of a plant's growth compared to reading a paragraph about it? So, some other things that we need to know would be helper words and pictures. When you read a book or article, special parts of it can help you to understand it better. These are called text features. We talked about captions before. Remember, a caption is a small text under a picture. It tells you more about what is in the picture. Think in your mind that it's a small sentence below a photo. For example, let's imagine we saw a picture of a dog. Below it, the caption might say, "This is Max, a happy golden retriever." That tells us that Max is happy and that he's a golden retriever. Without the caption, we might only know that it's a picture of a dog. Heading. This is a big word or a short sentence at the top part of the text. It tells you what that part will be about. Let's think about it. A title like How Plants Grow. Imagine you see that. What do you think How Plants Grow would tell you? Well, that might tell you we're about to learn how a plant grows. A diagram is a simple drawing. It shows you how something works and what the different parts are. A lot of times it has names for each part with lines pointing to them. Think about a drawing of a flower showing its roots, stem, and petals. It would have little lines or arrows pointing saying this is the stem. Or it might even point to the roots and just say roots. That lets you know what each part of the plant is called. Infographic. This is a picture. It uses many different types of images like charts or graphs or even a drawing. And only a few words on the picture to show a lot of information quickly and easily. Think about a picture showing steps to stay healthy with small drawings and quick tips. Now it's time to practice. Take a look at the picture, and I'm going to read a short paragraph to you. And then we're going to break down what the main idea of it is. It is very important to take good care of our bodies every day. When we are healthy, we feel strong and have energy to learn and play. Simple habits can help us stay well. Eating different kinds of healthy food gives our body what it needs. Also, moving our bodies by playing sports or walking is good exercise. We also need to drink enough water and get good sleep at night. Following these easy steps helps us to live a happy and healthy life. So what do you think the main idea of this passage is? Remember, look at the picture and you can look at the heading. Remember, the heading for this one is How to Stay Healthy Every Day. That one, you got it correct if you said how to be healthy or anything that said anything about being healthy.